Hey guys, this is Josh here with Trillium Wild Edibles, and today I want to talk to you about two different species of mint that you're probably going to be finding, especially if you live in the eastern United States or in the midwestern United States. These species of mint, like most mints, prefer open fields and clearings, especially if there's a lot more wildflowers around. The first mint that we're going to be looking at is called Slenderleaf Mountain Mint. It's called Slenderleaf Mountain Mint because these leaves are extremely narrow and slender, as you guys can see right here. The flowers of Slenderleaf Mountain Mint are very small and they are white. They also grow in a bunch of different clusters around the top of the plant. This plant has a very characteristic mint smell, which you can get whenever you rub it in between your fingers and then smell the plant. Plus, the type of scent that it has and taste that it has is reminiscent of three different mint species combined, in my opinion. I always get memories or flavors of Spearmint, Peppermint, and Wintergreen all combined into this plant. And this makes it a really good mint to use for flavoring extracts in your food or recipes or even desserts. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at some of the features of this plant. If we look very closely at the plant, we can really see up close all of these tiny little bitty elliptical leaves. They're very narrow and they are smooth along the margins. The leaves grow on opposite sides of the stem, just like we can see with these two leaves right here. Like all mints, it will have a square stem, which may be kind of hard to see. It's really small and narrow, so it's hard for my camera to focus on this. But you guys should be able to see this square shape. Most mints will have a square stem. However, just because it has a square stem doesn't mean it is a mint. If we look towards the top of the plant, we're going to notice these bright white clusters of flowers, and there's going to be a lot of clusters of flowers on each plant. Now, if we take a step back, we can see the type of environment that this Slenderleaf Mountain Mint grows. We can also see another mint species, which is going to be the second one that we're going to talk about today, right there. That is called Bee Balm. These two mints love to share the same type of habitat, which is this huge field. And all of these little white specks that you're seeing, all these white flowers, are Slenderleaf Mountain Mint. Now, this is the second type of mint species that we're going to be looking at today, and this is called Purple Bee Balm. I apologize for the wind blowing it around. It is slightly windy today. But it's obviously called Purple Bee Balm because of its purple flowers that we can see right here. Each bee balm plant will send up several flowers, and another reason it's called bee balm is because the bees absolutely love this plant. A lot of bees, from honeybees and bumblebees, love this plant, and they are some of the most beneficial pollinators of this species of mint. Whenever we take a look at the leaves of bee balm, we're going to notice that they're lance-shaped, and along their margins, they're going to have these serrations or teeth running all along the sides of the leaves. If you take one of these leaves and rub it in between your fingers and then smell your fingers, you're going to notice a very strong odor of mint. If we look at this plant from a side view, we're going to notice the leaves grow on opposite sides of the stem. And in each one of these little nodes, there's going to be more stems that can come out, especially the higher you go up the plant. Like all mints, it will have a square stem, which this one's showing up a lot better than the Slenderleaf Mountain Mint that we looked at just a few minutes ago. You can also notice that this stem has these little red splotches going all the way up and down its length. This can be a really good way to identify it. However, this plant's flower is extremely distinct and really unique. It's really hard to misidentify this plant because there are no toxic lookalikes in the United States to my knowledge. This is a really good plant to know for food and medicine. It makes excellent teas. It also is really good at helping to relieve headaches and providing a good cooling sensation. Some people even use this plant in soaps to help provide another cooling sensation for the skin. If we look at the flower, we can notice this unique shape that it has with these lipped petals coming down, with these other petals coming out with the stamens sticking out of those petals there. Whenever we look at the flowers of bee balm, we're going to notice that the petals will radiate outwards in a ray-like shape from the center of the stem. And in the center of the flower, we're going to notice right here all those little bitty holes. And these holes are from where the seeds will actually gather once the plant has been pollinated by bees. Now, if we look off in the distance, you guys can see all of those purple flowers, and then you can see all of those white flowers. The white ones are the Slenderleaf Mountain Mint, and the purple ones are the Purple Bee Balm. I thank all of you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you want to learn more about wild edibles or medicinal plants, please make sure to subscribe.